Hello! I just wanted to film a quick introduction video to my game Highest Bidder, and more precisely Highest Bidder Art Auction, which is the new edition. I am super excited about this game because it's the first time ever that I feel like I've created a game that is really fun to play and actually works really well. I've come up with a whole bunch of game ideas. It's a super crowded market, but I've never before felt that it's a game people would actually enjoy playing. The original version of the game, which is called Highest Bidder and looks like this, has been available on the Game Crafter, thegamecrafter.com, since the autumn of 2016. And the idea of the game is simple. You bid on cards that score you points using numbered cards that you have in your hand. And there's also a bunch of effect cards that look like these. That will change the way the bids play out. Now, the way the game works is that you sort your cards in your hand, you decide the order in which you want to play them in, and then all players at the same time, at the count of 3, place their bids down, and then cards are revealed one at a time. So there are a few interesting things in this. First of all, you don't know how many cards each player is going to bid on the individual cards that you're bidding on. You don't know the value of their bids, and you don't know what effect cards are hiding inside the bids. And this is why it's so important in which order you play the cards, because the effects happen as you reveal the cards. And I think a guy named Dave Merle from everythingboardgames.com put this really well. He said that if you lose a bid, it feels like it's your own fault, because that's the order in which you played your cards. Now, most of the reviews and player comments that I got for Highest Bidder said pretty much the same thing. Great game, great concept, but not so great execution. People were a bit confused about the fact that there is no theme to the game. The box is abstract, the cards are abstract, there is no proper artwork, and you're pretty much just bidding numbers on numbers. So with such a great game idea, I figured I need to do something about this, which is why I reached out to a Swedish artist whose art I was already in love with. Her name is Pernilla Lindgren, and several months later, the product that we created together is here. It's called Highest Bidder Art Auction. It's essentially the same game, but with a few changes that I hope can change the 7.5 star ratings into 10 star ratings. So what are the changes that I've made? Well, first of all, you're now bidding cash, called cash cards, on paintings that score you points. So this is now an art auction where the cards that you bid with represent different cash values from $10,000 to $70,000. And the paintings that score you points are individual pieces of art created by Pernilla Lindgren. Now, you may not think much about it when you play the game, but each of these cards are actually really highly detailed pieces of art that, in my opinion, are incredibly creative and really, really pretty to look at. Even the back of the cards have a new look. The back of the bid cards looks like this. This mousse is of course also by Pernilla. And the back of the paintings, the point cards, looks like this. The cards are also a bit larger, this size compared to this size in the original game, to accommodate the artwork better and to make them more visible when you play the cards. The effect cards now look like these. And I've of course kept the bold, large headlines or titles so that it's easy when the cards are flipped over during the game for all the players around the table to see instantly what card has been played. All of the effect cards from the original game are included in the Art Auction edition as well. So the look is different, but the effect of the cards are the same. But on top of that, I've also included 5 brand new effect cards that I have decided to call advanced cards, because these add a whole new level of strategy to the game. And it is recommended that if you're playing with new players that you take these cards out of the game first to stick to the base game. And there's also 2 new types of point cards. One is called the Elephant, which is a card that goes to whoever bids closest to a specific amount rather than to the highest bidder. And then the Alien, which is a card that you don't want to win because it will cost you points. You lose points if you're the highest bidder. Now, these advanced cards are easily identified by the yellow border on the point cards. and the yellow corner circles here on the effect cards. So as you get to know the game, you can add the advanced cards gradually, and once you get to know all of the new cards, you can start combining them as you wish to fit the playstyle of you and your group. Finally, I'd like to mention that there's also a brand new second rulebook included in the Art Auction edition. So you have the base rulebook for the game, and then you have an advanced play rulebook that introduces all of the new cards individually and some of the strategies that go along with them. On my website, there's also an even more in-depth strategy guide for all of the effect cards, not just the new ones, but all of them. I will include a link to that in the description below. You can buy Highest Bidder Art Auction via the Game Crafter, which is a great website. I will include a link for that as well, of course. And you can still buy the original version as well, which is now sold slightly cheaper. The two games are exactly the same, except for the extra advanced cards and the new look of the Art Auction edition. If you play either of these games, I hope that you will take the time to leave a review at the Game Crafter, because that will help me a lot. It will tell me what people think about the game, and it will also help me make more sales, because you cannot sell any product without reviews. You do need reviews from real people who have played the game and love the game, and who has taken the time to sit down and actually write something about the game. So if you would do that, I would be super thankful, because it will help me out a lot. Also on my website there is leaderboards and high scores for Highest Bidder. You can suggest your own cards if you have any ideas. Oh, and you should also follow my Instagram account, where I post a lot of pictures of Highest Bidder as well as some of my other games. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you around. Bye!